was some new evidence that came to light that allowed the Duke of York to try and clear his name in that way, he's still tainted by his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. And I think that he's never going to get away from.
Documents relating to the paedophile Jeffrey Epstein has been published. It names the Victoria's Secret's boss, Les Wexner, among other prominent figures. Mr. Wexner has issued a statement denying all wrongdoing. Sarah Ransom, one of the women who says she was trafficked for sex by Jeffrey Epstein, also alleges sexual encounters with high-profile men were filmed by Epstein. Virginia Giuffre, of course, who the Duke of York paid a sum of money to, says she was actually paid $15,000 by Epstein to sleep with the Duke of York, which he obviously denies. We now have Jack Malvern, the news reporter for The Times, who's been covering the Epstein files, joining the show. Welcome, Jack.
Thank you very much.
So I guess the reason we're talking about this is because we've got a new name, Les Wexner. Any other new revelations in the latest drop?
No, and the thing is, Les Wexner's name is not new. It's been around since about 2015, 2016. And what is the most interesting thing about these Epstein files is it is reproducing what has already been reported, but done so under oath. So, for example, that $15,000 payment that Virginia Giuffre says she received, that first came to light in 2011 in the original article in the Mail on Sunday, and that figure came up then. But she then reiterated it under oath. And what this shows is that what the lawyers have done in this case is they've gone through all the press cuttings, and they've used the press cuttings and then bounced the allegations that were from those back off all the witnesses again. So we're hearing them again, and they're brought up again. So the value, the news value, if you like, of these Epstein files is not that we are learning new information, but that it is coming back with more detail being spoken about in different ways by different people. And it shows that if Prince Andrew thought that his settlement with Virginia Giuffre was going to draw a line under the matter, it certainly isn't.
It doesn't feel, though, maybe it's because the Horizon scandal is so dominating the news agenda at the moment, that people kind of do want to revisit it with Prince Andrew in the UK, as it were, in terms of how the public are reacting. What was your take on that?
Well, he's the least popular royal. I'd say he's at an all-time low with an approval rating of 8%, but actually he has been lower on 6% before. But it's close to the bottom. So the question has always been, how is the king going to treat his own brother? This is the soap opera element of the whole royal family. And over Christmas, we saw Sarah, Duchess of York, going to church with Christmas with the rest of the royal family at Sandringham. And this kind of implied some sort of rapprochement between the king and his brother. But now this has come up again. It's a reminder of, can his reputation ever recover? And really, there's two elements to this. First of all, will the public believe the Virginia Giuffre's allegations against him? And even if those were overturned somehow, if there was some new evidence that came to light that allowed the Duke of York to try and clear his name in that way, he's still tainted by his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein. And I think that he's never going to get away from.
Jack Malvern, news reporter for The Times, who's been covering the Epstein files. Thanks for coming on the show and talking about the latest revelations, which, as you pointed out, are actually not new revelations, but they're all emerging from this court case. It's one